First question I'll ask is, how did they even fall in love then?
Okay.
Because light and darkness has no business together. So you have to ask yourself, how did these people fall in love?
Anymore because love wouldn't say, love will serve you peace. So if it's not serving me peace, why am I still in it?
Are you sure? Do they not say, as cliched as it sounds, that one more donna,
So because of this saying,
where is the peace?
So who made that saying? We really need to question that person.
I tell no lie.
Because seriously,
No, but
let's normalize. Let's
try to
normalize.
inculcate it into one's personal life. Many small, they give you headache.
Yes, but
Hi there, lovely viewers. This is Love City. All you definitely need is love. My name is Anaknedu, your fine wine. Every time, in a day, in the night, anytime at all, I am your fine wine. Grab a popcorn, get a wine like me, like myself. Invite a friend over, relax in your couch, and let me take you on a ride. Allow me to indulge you in all our love affairs on Love City. Definitely all you need is love. We're streaming live from our studios, Studios 2 TV. Do well to share the link to 18 people and say amen after you are done. I have two lovely, should I use the word lovebirds of mine in the studio. I take a break. When I come back, I tell you who I have in the studios. Don't go anywhere, stay. Welcome back, and thank you for staying. In the studios, I have the Grandmaster himself.
NK
Yame.
NK
Yeah.
It's always a pleasure. I'm always looking forward to seeing you.
Same here,
Yes,
you know.
Yes.
Same here.
Seeing you gladdens my world.
These are some of the ways I like to hear.
okay.
When I hear
So
it like that.
it means I'm just the odd one here.
Okay.
And
You see,
in the
you-
studios,
listen. Shawa, I was just about coming to you.
see you.
You should have given me time. See, I had yours written down. I had yours written down. You see, you ruined the moment for me.
Sure, dear. In the studios, so she has introduced herself already. So, wow. Hey, darling.
Hey, darling. It's been a while.
I sure dear. When I made Jimmy fans, you know. Okay, so guys, where have you been?
Just around.
Doing
Around
what?
Ghana, Kumasi, Accra.
Hey,
New month, new hustle.
Thank you.
it's gonna be mama mi be.
Yeah, check your WhatsApp.
Na lawu. Hey, this is kind of for WhatsApp.
Yeah, the for WhatsApp.
Hey, lawu.
Receipts.
Okay. All right. So today I'm going to take my coat for many of my lovebirds in the studio. Of mine in the studio. Shower.
I knew. So I have this. So always have the strength to walk away from anything that doesn't serve you peace anymore.
Always have the strength to walk away from
Anything
anything that do not serve you peace.
anymore.
It means peace is imperative in one's life.
Yeah.
Grant, do you agree or
Definitely, I
disagree?
agree with her because without peace, you'll be filled with negativity. Yeah,
Okay.
peace is very, very
And
essential.
even
So.
when you have peace, you love people genuinely, and then
Okay.
you know.
So those of you who do not love genuinely, you don't have peace.
I told
That
you.
is what Shawal is telling you. Grant, do you have something for my audience?
What I have here, I have to read for you.
Okay.
When you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible.
Okay. When you realize you want to
You
share your life with somebody,
The rest of your life
the
with
rest of your
somebody.
life with somebody.
You want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible.
Okay, so that's got to do with love.
Yes.
I mean, when one is in love, he or she tends to do
Yeah,
things.
penitentem.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right.
Not like your other man who kept things hiding for 4 years.
I mean, can we blame them? This is love. You see, this is also love, oh, Grant.
Really?
Not at all.
This is love. I
That,
mean,
that was damage control.
no.
That
Like
was
you
never-
mentioned, whoop bibia, whoop in temp. So to keep
It doesn't mean you shouldn't be honest.
Definitely.
All right, dear reader, I hope you made a good choice then. All right, so guys, today's story, I don't know. I would want to have your thoughts on today's. So, with your permission, may I indulge you?
Do.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Dear Nana, I hope this message finds you well. I have been a loyal viewer of your relationship show for a long time, and I found the advice and discussions very helpful. Thanks to my panelists, they do the work. They do most of the work for me. I just come here and host. I drink train, yeah.
Say you say I drink any baku for too.
Grand dear, so for dear no, akakakra. On one way, but me who catch them. Says for dear nakaka. He says, today I am writing to you to seek your guidance and solutions regarding a specific issue in my relationship. I have been dating my partner for almost 2 years now, and we have had our fair share of ups and downs. However, the most significant problem we have is that we cannot seem to agree on anything. It feels like we are constantly in a tug of war, with each other of us pulling in opposite directions. For instance, we cannot agree on where to go for dinner, what movie to watch, or even where to go for vacation. It's exhausting, and it's starting to affect our relationship negatively. We both end up feeling frustrated and disappointed, and sometimes it even leads to arguments. I love my partner, and I want us to have a healthy relationship. I don't know how to solve this issue. We have tried compromising, taking turns, and even letting one person make the decision, but nothing seems to work. So I am turning to you for help. I beg you, are turning to my panelists, not me. I'm just a reader. What can we do to overcome this challenge and come to a resolution that makes both of us happy? Are there any strategies or tools that you can recommend to help us communicate better and find common ground? I am looking forward to hearing your thoughts on this matter, and I appreciate any advice you can offer. Thank you for taking the time to read my letter. Sincerely, Kojo. You came with a name. Our writer is Kojo.
Kojo.
Yeah, Kojo. And this is what he's saying. Kojo and his partner seem not to agree on things and disagree on things. They seem to be on the opposite side every time in a tug of war situation. Like darkness and light, fire and water.
The first question I'll ask is, how did they even fall in love then?
Okay.
Because light and darkness has no business together. So you have to ask yourself, how did these people fall in love? It's quite sad that it has gotten to a point where you realize there's this thing about relationship and love. When you begin to seek outside help, it means it's getting broken.
Okay.
It's a mere formality that you'd want to talk to somebody, but then it happens most often when you are in a relationship. We tend to want to talk to people when we can't solve things.
All right.
That is why I say I always don't want to tread on that path. I want to be a man of God. I want to be a counselor, because people always come to you when they find the issue they have at hand broken.
Okay.
So you are coming
Not at
to,
the early stages.
you are coming to pick up the pieces.
Okay.
What you are dealing with now is a very, very risky issue you have on your hands here.
Why?
Because you have a woman, you have a wife that you don't see eye to eye with.
Okay.
This is not your enemy. This is supposed to be your friend. This is someone you're supposed to share good times and bad times with.
Okay.
So why are you guys dwelling on the bad times alone? Who is the bigger person? There always has to be a fool in a relationship.
Must it always be like that?
Of course, in order for the relationship to work, one has to be a fool
Every time.
every single time.
So who would you think should be
You
there?
see,
I'm asking
Shawara doesn't
for-
always have to play the fool.
All right.
Maybe today she's a fool on this very issue. Tomorrow I can pick it.
Okay.
But then this is what they are dealing with. The man always has to pick being the fool. The man always has to be the fool. And one
How
person
do
is
you
tired.
know that?
That is why they have gotten there.
The man always have to be.
I'm not saying it's because I'm just giving you a real case scenario.
All right.
If they pick their fights carefully, they wouldn't get here.
Okay.
Okay, let me be the bigger person. Me na me a bear man, ma me nye din. Because I'm the
And
woman.
yes, I'm here.
That's the issue. That's why they've gotten here. Me na me or Bano. I won't even talk much. This man will stress me with his voice. Let me keep quiet. Because you kept keeping quiet. You kept keeping quiet. It's broken.
Okay.
And the moment you keep quiet, you're tolerating things you shouldn't have tolerated.
Sir.
Yeah.
So
it
from the
means
onset, you need to talk about
Of course.
you need to
I
address
believe-
issues. See, if I should get you correct, as like they always have differences, right?
it. Yeah.
For a relationship to thrive or work, you all have to be on the same page.
Okay.
Whether knowledge, the same page or a similar page.
Alright.
So whether knowledge, ideas, or whatever it is. Okay, because if you cannot be on the same page right now, what happens when you're married? What happens when there are kids involved? What happens when there is financial issues? How do you communicate or be on the same page?
I like the fact that this is just a relationship. It's not as if they are married.
Yes.
So they could earn things, right? But this is a man who really loves his woman and wants things.
So
to
one
work.
has to compromise.
For how long? That is the question.
Like
you
you
know
said,
how
listen.
you and I know how men can be.
Sometimes they want to be authoritative, and other times they want.
It's not sometimes though. They always want to be in that position. To be
Why are you laughing?
Messy.
this messy new way.
Messy.
They always want to be okay. I'm the man. Whatever I say is what we want to do, what we have to do necessarily. But I don't know if, dear writer, dear Kujo, Anya, so have you really looked at yourself? I mean, probably. I'm saying probably. You are the type of Kujo that would want to say A and it's A, and not want Ama or ya Mansa's B to work.
See, if that is the case, then it means there will always be a problem.
Of course.
Because you wouldn't be
I
on
mean,
the
I
same
way they
view.
don't agree to anything
Let
there.
me tell you one thing about relationship
me.
or dating aspects of relationship.
Tell me,
Both
we are
of us come
listening.
from a different background.
Okay,
Coming together to study each other, whether we like or not, but we are bringing culture together.
okay.
What I do in my home might be different from what you do in your home, so it means we have different views. So if we can compromise or accept your view and then accept mine, then let's see what is best for us.
Right.
It means we are not we are not good to go. We can be together. Like this petite is, we can't even select as simple as a restaurant. So what happens when there is cares involved?
Okay.
What happens when there is a financial issue? What happens when it's marriage? Like, I mean, do you get what I'm trying to say? So it's like, if you cannot settle the simple issues, then you guys are not compatible.
So they should just.
They should
Wait,
find a
please.
go-to model. You see, some
And
people,
if they cannot model, what happens?
in this case, it sounds like they don't have a love language.
Okay. Are you sure?
Of course, because if
Everyone
they
has a
did,
love
they wouldn't
language.
have gotten here.
Okay.
Me particularly, let me speak from my direction. Mine is sex. You see, when I start going there, then you start doing this. Okay,
Indulge
so
me.
let me indulge you.
Yeah.
During or after the act, we could just sit and get talking.
Okay.
Madam, this is my issue with you. I feel sometimes you don't handle things with attention.
Okay.
I tell you this and you blow it off, then you repeat it. I told you the other time I like my bathroom very, very clean because it's a temple for me.
A lot of things happen there.
A lot of things happen there, like I said. Yes. So, if I am Kojo, and you are in my life now,
Right.
and you're the kind of person that likes to bath and just walk out of the bathroom without checking if you've leveled the wall, how we would have problems. They should find a love language. Communication,
Right.
like Shawar said on the other episode, is very key. If you can't talk to your partner, play the fool. I like to play the fool a lot because it benefits me.
Okay. How?
How?
But for how long will you play the role of a
Listen,
fool?
this is it. You have to find your partner's weakness and help them build on it. I'm playing the fool today not because I enjoy playing the fool. You get it. But then, we want to choose a restaurant. Let's take this. Me and Shawal are going on a date. Shawal says she wants to go to Mawako. I said, no, I want to do papaya. Okay, Shawal, let's do Mawako today
Do papaya
and
next
do
week.
papaya next week. Do you agree? Shawal say, nah. I would always want to. Then you know there's a problem. This is someone who can't compromise for you.
Right.
So even if you go to Mawako today, next week it will still be Mawako. So from the get-go, you know what you are getting into.
Okay.
Thank God, like she said earlier, you are not married. The signs are all over the place. Red flags, green flags, yellow flags. You've seen them all. If you want to get in bed with somebody like this, you know what you are getting.
Okay.
The wise decision is just smash and pass. Do I have to repeat myself? Just smash and pass.
I got you. The fact that I didn't react to it.
It's not
did
so
not-
Nana Konidi. So you see, that was just by the way. You see, if you love this woman, sit her down, find solutions,
Right.
bring people in society into the frame, because this is someone you might be planning to want to settle down with.
Okay.
Get talking, get to her friends, talk to her close allies. Find things about her and better yourself, because I don't believe the fault is just from her. You might also be at fault too. You get it? We men tend to want to be authoritative, like you girls mentioned, but then it's not always like that.
It's always like that.
I like a woman who can lead me to.
I've seen some scenarios where the women are
A
authoritative.
man saying a person.
I can speak for me and Big Deal.
Should I was to produce a big deal, eh? Big deal, is that true? Would you want a woman to lead you? Is it even in your Muslim culture? You want it?
What is wrong?
Okay, so
what is
Shawal,
wrong with
yes,
women
Muslim.
leading? What is wrong?
Do you women lead your men sometimes?
Like when you talk about lead, what are you trying to
Yes.
say?
I mean, when
Yes.
authority wise.
I wouldn't say
I mean,
lead,
do
but
you
I would say
make decisions and all of
oh
that?
yeah, you make decisions.
I mean, things you say are things your husband adheres to or your boyfriend adheres to.
why not? I mean, if you don't understand what I'm trying to say and you don't want to do it, then why are we still together?
We can't be together.
It means that whatever you say, I respect it. Whatever
Right.
I say, you also respect.
fa-
So it's
Okay.
reciprocal.
Okay, so will a Muslim brother of yours
Maybe I'll come.
submit to a woman's
Do you know love has a funny way of treating people?
Definitely.
If the person really genuinely loves you, okay.
I
the
don't want to
person would-
snap you all. No,
You might be surprised.
Seriously.
I told you I followed. I nearly mentioned your name. I followed someone and my name was nearly changed to Farouk. I told you, yes. So love is strong.
It's strong.
You would bend if you have to bend.
it takes me back to our previous episode. You see what love can do to people.
It doesn't mean you should lie. It means you should be
Wholeheartedly.
wholeheartedly.
I was going through the process and I asked myself a few questions. I was honest to her.
See, I'm not really trying to cut you.
Okay.
You could have said, okay, I want to be a Muslim, and then after marriage, you would have just back up like what others are doing. But he was honest,
Of course.
Okay.
and then she.
I didn't wait for 4 years.
Right.
to be like, okay, I don't want to be a Muslim again, so
No.
I've got what I want, so let's just.
Alright.
Chill. It doesn't happen that way.
Okay, so back to the matter at hand. Back to the matter at hand. Kojo is worried. Kojo wants the best for his relationship. Kojo, I can literally see that Kojo wants to take this thing to a different notch. He wants to really be with this said lady. I'm going to take a few messages. I'll come back to you guys here. Abba says, hello, Nana. What can I say? I think they should both sit down to have a candid conversation about that situation. Okay, that situationship. I like that. Because clearly, they seem not to make headway. Frederica says, my 2 cents on this is I think that they should seek help. A marriage counselor or psychologist could prescribe some remedy to their unending fight. Remedy. Augustine to Saint, hi Augustine, he says that, I feel one person will have to play a fool.
For how long?
You
Thank you.
can't have two wise captains sailing the same boat.
Thank you, Augustine.
There's bound to be chaos. So either the man or the woman should play the fool and roll with the decision made by the other, even though it may not seem right. Mona says, this is what they have to do. They should all draw their schedule for the week or on any occasion they plan on going. Combine them to select the similar ones. For the rest, they should take it one after the other. The lady's schedule for a week, then the man's schedule for another week. When this continues always, they can finally consider each other interest when taking decisions or drawing their schedules. Mona, dear Mona, you've confused the hunter. But thank you very much for reaching out to us. Guys,
So
Mona
you see,
has confused me.
Nana Kojo, you have to choose a good time to talk to your partner.
What is a good time?
You see,
you say after the smashing, right?
you get it.
Okay, so
He has to
when
find.
you say that, when you mentioned that, I had wanted to ask, but let me ask now.
Do ask.
Is it all the time that's going to happen then? If to be able to get your woman's attention or for her to absorb whatever you tell
That is
her,
my common ground.
should be after
I have
smash.
found mine.
Then
He
you
has to
smash
find his.
pa.
Ose,
Then you smash pa.
you see, and there shouldn't be any sort of blame games being played.
Okay.
It's your fault. It's your fault.
Right.
Name calling. No. It shouldn't happen. When you find a common ground, you would understand what I'm saying better. I found mine. He should look for his.
Yours is to smash. Then.
You don't have to emphasize on the smashing. You get
okay.
it.
Alright.
He should just relax. It could be shopping. It could be ice creams.
Right.
Yes, anything that brings them on level ground. You get it. Anything that brings them on level ground. It would work.
Okay.
It would work. He should just find that. It would be their go-to tool to help the relationship grow
Okay.
and stand firm.
Alright.
Exactly.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, I think I support whatever he said, but I also want
You are the only lady
who is supporting
has
me, right?
has been on this show
What's up?
that has supported
Oh, he made a lot of
Grant-
sense, you know.
from the get-go.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
So
This
This is
this is surprising.
let's go. Let's do this, okay? I think right now what they need is communication, and not just communication.
They are
It's-
communicating, but it's
So who
Yes.
is listening? Who is communicating and who is listening?
Because the blame game is being played.
Because you cannot just communicate whilst no one is listening.
Okay.
You can communicate all right, but who is listening?
Okay. Because
And
they are
then
blaming each
exactly,
other.
and this one is not like
Right.
it's from one person.
Okay, from both sides.
It's from both sides. So they need to sit down, like what he said, find their love language, and then talk about it. And if they still can't see each other or agree on the same level, then it means they are not really
At all.
what is the
Compatible.
English? Thank you.
They're not compatible, so they should just break things at the.
I mean, it would be difficult.
Because
but then
it
it's
will be
best for them.
difficult when they
Yeah.
have to move to the next level. You know? Because
I
at
don't know
a point, you can't tolerate what you used to tolerate.
You get fed up.
You get fed up at a point.
Right. I don't know if. Can we even advise somebody who is in love?
So there are two people you cannot advise.
It's
Two
a
people.
relaxation.
Two people you cannot advise.
It's not easy though.
It's a relaxation for me.
I tell you.
Can
I want
you-
to hear. I want to
Oh
hear.
yes, you can't advise two people.
Tell
okay?
us.
Someone who is in love.
Uh-huh. We didn't say
I
that.
knew we were going to get it. Lord of the Rings.
Sometimes you see someone like, do I really know you?
Of course.
Because the person has been doing something, you thought you know the person, but later on you're like, no, I don't know this person. Do you get it? So it happens. You can't just know somebody.
Lord of the
Unless, of course,
Rings.
they want you to know them.
All right. Okay. So this is an intuitive question I'm about to ask. Intuitively, Hamida,
Oh,
are you in
please.
love?
Sorry?
Are you in love?
I didn't hear that, but what did she say?
Grant, are you in love?
I have known love before.
So, but nowadays you don't know love.
I have known love before.
Yeah, na,
I know what love looks like.
But trend and the crack on the same.
Nekrakan is that I know what love looks like.
Yeah.
Okay. So it means you're in
I
love.
know what love looks like.
So
It
let
means
let me answer your question.
Shall I come
I,
back to
have
you?
I? Okay then.
So it means you're in love, huh?
It means I love my little girl at home. Yeah, I
Okay.
do.
Okay. Shaking my head. Let's go.
So
Shall
have I been in love or am I in love?
Are you in?
So I have known or I know what love looks like and then I know what it is. So am I in love at a point? Yes. So which means that when something is wrong or when someone is treating me wrongly, I know what love is, so I wouldn't let you. So
Dear
I'm coming.
viewers,
I'm coming.
I hope you saw my expression, my facial expression I had on.
No, I'm
when
trying-
these two gentlemen
Oh,
and lady
please.
are telling me, just like, me the both for her, number the man for her.
Yeah.
You know what love is. Yes.
So what I'm trying to say is, like, at my first go or at the beginning of the show, what I said. So I know what love is. So I will always say that you should be able to walk away from anything that did not serve you peace anymore, because love wouldn't say. I mean, love will serve you peace. So if it's not serving me peace, why am I still in it?
Are you sure? Is it? Do they not say, as cliched as it sounds, that one more donna,
Omo tete.
So because of this saying,
so where is the peace?
so I mean, who made that saying? I mean, we really need to question that person.
I tell no lie.
Because seriously,
No, but
there
like,
are, see, let's
like,
normalize.
just try,
Let's
try to
normalize.
inculcate it into one's personal life. Many small, me,
I'm
like
a
they give you
born now.
headache.
Yes, but for how long will you tolerate it?
But then
You can tolerate it. That's what
Really?
love is. I mean, you should be
if
able
that
to
is the
tolerate
case,
it all through.
if the love is reciprocal, it won't be daunting and hurting.
Exactly.
You see,
Okay.
you are being taken for a ride
Okay,
because maybe the other party has realized how much you have invested into them.
okay. All right.
So I think we have to really question whoever brought that quote.
Seriously.
Okay, so your final submission on this is, Grant, you're saying they should seek help,
Yes,
sit,
of course.
smash, and then talk about it.
Definitely.
That is for you. If
For me.
that will work for them, you should try.
Or
Try
maybe
smashing.
shopping. I mean,
Ice creaming or any other thing.
In this Ghana, we still do shopping.
we
Sorry.
do. Vacation, we do.
Really?
Yes, we do. I do.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Shower, your final submission.
I think they should communicate effectively. Someone should talk. Someone should listen. As against the other, the
Two
other person who
captains
doesn't-
cannot sail the boat.
Whoever was listening should also talk. The other person should listen.
All right. Dear Kojo, this is Adra speaking to you. I'm a Monday born also, so you are Kojo, I'm Adra. Wait, you're sibling to sibling.
Or you could slide into your DM.
You didn't hear that. Dear writer Kojo, I hope you have gotten that one thing you've been looking for from my panelists, from Grant or from Shawal, and from our viewers who got in touch via their comments. Please make the right decision. This is not marriage. This is a relationship. I believe that you need to make it work now for the betterment of you and your girlfriend. Thank you very much for writing to me also. And to any other person who has a story and would want to share with me, do so. I am ever ready to read your story, and my panelists are ever ready to give out their 2 cents on anything at all you write to us. And to our audience, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and comments as and when we post. Do well to subscribe if you have not. Share the link to 50 billion people and say amen to that, because you'll be blessed. This is where time permits us to draw down the curtains on this episode of Love City. All you definitely need is love. My name is Nana Kunedu, and thank you for doing this with me. And thank you for allowing me indulge you. I like to indulge people. I don't know. tickles me. I don't know. I really love to indulge people. Until I come your way again, drink water, eat healthy, and mind your business. It's essential. Bye.
Studios 2 TV. The truth is here, in your eyes.